today. I've been out of it today, you know? You feel me? So, we're back. Hello, hi. Hey, look, Jovi came and hung out. No, so...
doesn't have to be. With the mid-code 3-year price lock, you can lock in your monthly rate on any home internet plan for 3 full years. Choose your speed, lock in your price, cancel anytime. No contracts, no hidden fees, no data caps. Plus, it's backed
I
by
did
a
the
30-year
mushrooms, and I
money-back
made the
guarantee.
butterflies, but,
Reliable internet that keeps up with you.
Hope
That
copied and
stays
pasted them.
mid-budget.
I made the mushrooms. I made the fishies too. The butterflies, the mushrooms, and I believe the fish are designs by and the rubber ducky are designs by Meg Ray.
Lots of these people do maintain plenty of liberal ideas, but they have zero interest in being grouped in with Democrats or the left any longer. As one woman captioned a TikTok, "Congrats, Democrats, you have
So right
turned
now
a
we're
devout
working
atheist
underwater.
Democrat into a God-fearing independent." And as another said, she's stepping out of the Democrat/Republican paradigm and really wants to pursue thinking for
We
herself.
are
Sounds, obvious to a
not
lot of
working
people, but
here.
I think
We're
this is
working
a
here.
great way of thinking about politics and a great thing to do. And it takes a lot of courage to say that on the internet right now. But this position honestly seems to be a long time coming as far as waking up and leaving the left goes. Because once again, although there are an influx of people recently saying that they are done and the Charlie Kirk murder and everything surrounding it really changed their perspective, there are countless other people online too who've been making similar comments about the way that the left and Democrats behave for quite some time.
But honestly, if you want to know the truth, what really did it for me is realizing how freaking depressed I was when I was functioning as a liberal. Liberalism will literally make you hate yourself. It will make you hate your family. It will make you hate your friends. It will make you hate everything about the world. And I'm not saying that you should just be ignorant to everything that is going on in the world, but the way that the left chooses to internalize everything that is going on in the world is detrimental to their mental health.
It's probably worth noting, and I think it's important, that a lot of these people are not saying that they're suddenly becoming conservative. That doesn't just happen overnight. But they are moving more right from the left, if that makes sense. They're becoming moderates and centrists and independents. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. I think that anything that can instruct you to think for yourself and think independently is a good thing. Although the independent moderate thing is definitely how it starts, and soon you will join us. Also, ladies, when you realize that the men on our side of the fence are actual men who like to open car doors for you and will pay for your dinner, it's quite a nice thing to experience, let me tell you now. No more carrying your own groceries into your house, because they will in fact try to get every single bag out of the car in one trip, and if they can't, they act as if they have failed you or themselves. It's really unclear which. Anyway, but I have also seen plenty say that they've gone ahead and registered Republican too for the first time in their lives. Now, what's really interesting here is that we've had other movements before that encourage people to walk away from the left and the Democratic Party, like 2018's Walk Away, for example. It encouraged Democrats to reject blind party loyalty and gain traction with viral testimonials from ex-Democrats frustrated by the party's shift towards extremism. And that was 7 years ago, before things went absolutely insane. But I do think presently something different is happening. Being honest, there is a lot of horror attached to people's reactions when they talk about leaving the left. They are horrified by the things that they're seeing. And although it is awful, I am actually really glad to see how many people are realizing how soulless and unhinged the modern left has become. Look, Look, it might have taken some of you a little while to get here, but better late than never. These are the people who will cut you off for not thinking as they do, who proudly announce this to the world.
And I feel like if you're quiet when so many injustices are happening, not just here, but Palestine, Sudan, Congo, etc., then I literally blocked my brother yesterday. I'm not speaking to my mom, my stepmom, my dad. I'm collecting them like Pokemon. Like, who can I block next?
Even Bill Maher, of all people, recently acknowledged that the modern left is categorically insane.
The basic problem we have in America is conservatives think the liberals are insane, and they're not completely wrong. Now, I don't think most liberals are insane, but neither do they make it clear they disapprove of the ones who are, and their cowardice in not marginalizing their own crazies has been their downfall.
There are people who claim to love diversity, but have zero tolerance for diversity of thought.
So I decided to go no contact with direct family members, specific direct family members, before and after the election.
They are the same people who preach love, empathy, and tolerance, but have spent 2 weeks dancing on someone's grave because he had different ideas to them. And I keep seeing this quote floating around that I think is honestly pretty accurate. The left has gone so far to the left that people have become right by standing still. And once again, I can very much see why liberals feel this way about their own side. Because when they so much as question some of the official narratives on their own side of things, when they express an opinion that slightly differs to what they're allowed to think, they are called traitors and attacked and name-called and shamed.
I guess I'm a conservative Republican now, even though I've never participated in an election in any sort and never planned on doing that. All I've done is made videos where I've criticized the left. I've criticized Democrats and the things that they do. And they're all getting in my comment sections saying that I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican, or that I'm a coon. I don't understand how that correlates at all, but if my viewpoints align with conservatives and that makes you think that I'm a conservative, I guess that's what I'll be. I never planned on voting for Republicans, but it seems like I never planned on voting for Republicans, but it seems like the Democrats want me to do that.
Progressives have been overreaching for years now with all sorts of issues like the trans and gender ideology movements.
It's gonna be a short stream today.
Which is a very unpopular position among basically everyone. Men in women's sports, rising crime, illegal immigration, all issues that people actually feel very strongly towards and largely want stopped. The left's own radicalization of the LGBTQAXYZ community pushed plenty of gay and lesbian people out of the movement and into the open arms of moderates and the right wing.
Howdy, my name's Julie. I'm an adult human female. And I just want you to know that children do not belong at pride events. I, as a lesbian and an elder gay, and I'm here to let you know from the community that it's the most perverted, disgusting event ever. It is not what it was decades ago.
Categorically insane people being the speakerheads of movements, institutions, and social issues has only further alienated people. They were recently enraged for like 2 weeks about a jeans commercial, for Christ's sake. They were mad because the woman in the jeans commercial had a German Shepherd dog. Ergo, Nazism. It's kind of weird that liberals are all so depressed because they seem like mentally they're having a great old time. They're not even tethered to reality. That has to be so fun. So with all of this in mind, I think this is partially what culminated in Trump winning in 2024. Democrats have lost their ever-loving minds and as a result have completely abandoned everyday normal people and have instead embraced radicalism. And recently, it's only been downhill for the left and its many acolytes. Recent reporting has shown Democrats as a party are losing millions of registered voters, while Republicans have had a net gain of 4.5 million voters over the last few years. This includes Nevada flipping to a GOP majority registration for the first time in 20 years.
on social media trying to get the support back to the Democrats. But the bottom line is, it's too late. And until the Democrat Party really just restructures and gets rid of everybody in the party and gets rid of their woke agenda and woke policies that they want to put into place, this will not change.
Even a CNN senior analyst recently sounded the alarm, saying that Democrats needed to fix something, as Republicans have big leads on the issues of crime, the economy, and immigration, especially among independents, who he says win the day for either side.
The GOP is more trusted than the Dems on the economy. It was 12 points in 2022. Slight decline in that. Still 7 points. How about immigration? It was Republicans by 3 back in 2022. Look at this. The Republican lead's actually gone up by 10 points. What are you doing, Democrats? My goodness gracious. And on crime, the Republicans were up by 13, and now they're up by 22. The lead again expanding by nearly double digits. So whatever Democrats are doing, it ain't working, Kate. It ain't working. Republicans have the lead on all three issues.
And this isn't only a USA thing, although that should come as a surprise to none of you, because weird things are happening over in Europe with a whole bunch of stuff, and I think European people in European countries are starting to get quite cross. Australia and Canada, on the other hand, are, well, we won't talk about those. Around the world, far-right parties. You guys can't see, but I'm doing the little quote marks with my fingers, because most of these parties are just normal right-wing parties, are gaining in popularity, which is freaking out the left. Recent Pew Research data shows that Forza Italia, National Rally and Alternative for Germany, Reform UK, and Vox in Spain have all gained in popularity in recent years and also in recent months. Now, I personally don't put a ton of stock in polling data because, I think there's obvious reasons why not, but I do think that there has been a sentiment shift all over the place. Even talking with friends of mine who have been historically left-leaning, they're saying some sort of out-of-pocket stuff that I am absolutely not used to from them, and I'm like, what is happening to you? I mean, I like it, but what is going on? Anyway, so the question here becomes, where does this leave us? Honestly, I am not super sure, because I am not an oracle, although I would like to be one. The Oracle of Texas. What I will say is that if you are somebody who clicked on this video and you are left-leaning and you're sort of beginning to feel disillusioned with your party and your side of the aisle, I think it's really brave to start to pull away and to embrace being an independent or a moderate or wherever you end up landing on the political spectrum. I will be the first to tell you that I think it takes a lot of courage to basically leave your tribe during such a polarizing time like the one that we live in right now. And I'll go one step further than that when it comes to finding a new tribe or where you think you fit in or whatever. As far as the right goes, and I think this has been my experience and the experience of a lot of people, you don't have to line up on every
$650, $900, $2,000, $5,273.
It's less than you think.
I've guessed way above what I think.
Do you want the cupcake or not? I want to give it to you.
What the heck? It's like buying a new $8,000 car?
Hey, there you go. $8,000.
No.
What? You get a cupcake.
Ugh, I got distracted. I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted. Stop, phone. Stop making noise. Stop making noise. I was messaging the Discord. I was trying to do trees earlier, and I don't like trees.
I don't fit into any box neatly. I have all sorts of ideas about all sorts of things that fit into all sorts of different camps, and I think that that's normal. I actually think that that is the place that most people find themselves in. And if that is you, that is okay. You do not have to check every single box. You are allowed to have your own thoughts, feelings, and ideas about whatever issue it might be. And if that means that you end up on the right side of things, on the right-wing side of things, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. But the bottom line here, in my opinion, is that the left has really launched itself into the abyss by being militant and unrelatable and actually psychotic on most issues these days. They are loud and they are prejudiced and they sit in their glass houses and they throw stones. And just when the rest of us thought that it couldn't get any worse, they decided to outdo themselves by not only supporting but celebrating the death of a father and a good man just because he happened to say some things that they don't like. And the irony about that is that most of the people who are criticizing Charlie Kirk have absolutely no idea about the opinions he actually held, because they won't take the time to listen to what he had to say, because, oh no, he's such a bad racist man. How can you make these claims if you've never actually listened to the guy? Despite the fact that liberalism and leftism does have a lot of power still in institutions and organizations, I do believe that it is a movement that, as it stands in its current form, completely deserves to perish. It is a movement that casts blame and points fingers at everybody else, while simultaneously not holding itself to the same standards. And I'm gonna be honest, it's quite a pleasure to watch its downfall. In the end, I am not saying that this is some massive, complete and total win for the right. I'm not saying that it's a massive and complete and total win for Republicans, but I do think that it is a step in the right direction. I think that people who are currently leaving the left are doing something that's very courageous. I think that they are
This is where the
stepping
end of
into
the
a place where they
scene is
can
gonna
have
be.
conversations and be open to debate, and where things can get less polarizing. And
Fucking
as
fly.
far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing. So to
Killed the rest of
people
your
who are
buddies, so come on, let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go, bro.
my support is with you. Finding your own voice and your own position on issues in a time where everything is polarized, and during a time where the left attacks you,
Stupid fly.
for questioning them and the many things that they think and feel, and I have a lot of respect for that. Now, on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder to check out the links in the description. They've been a long-time supporter of this channel. They have a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline as well, going into the rest of the year. So if you are thinking about quitting your bad habit, this is a very good time to start. Now, I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? I'm actually very curious to hear your thoughts on this one. Are you on my side of this issue, where you are encouraged to see people who are leaving the left, who are identifying with their own thoughts and feelings on these topics and seeing the militant left for what it is? Do you think that this doesn't really change anything, and that we're kind of going to continue down this icky little road we're on anyway? Do you think this is a good thing, and in fact it is a step in the right direction towards better conversations and open conversations and relating to one another like we used to? Do you think that this is going to have an effect on the upcoming elections in the United States, the midterm elections that we will have next year? Do you think it's going to change any outcomes around the world as well? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you're not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as leaving this video a like and a comment, because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Of course, and as always, my little chickadee schnoodleheads, I hope you all stay safe and well and make good choices in the interim, because those are very important, and I will see your wonderful little faces in the next video.
Here are 3 tips to becoming a pro player in Raid Shadow Legends. Number 1, choose Gale as your starter champion.
Estranged parents are so annoying. I really thought I could get through this without crying. Oh, these troubling words surrounding me.
Who wakes up and needs to be worshipped today by the other estranged parents?
If you have like a family member that self-victimizes themselves and never takes accountability for anything, you will lose your mind reading estranged parent like forums. I went into them one day curiously, and I don't even think I could get through 2 posts. I couldn't do it. I absolutely couldn't do it. So we're gonna watch a video. Reminder: estranged parents, not to be confused with parents that, you know, maybe they're not in contact with their kids anymore, and there's a multitude of like conscious family issues. It could be like drug use, it could be, you know, something really bad happened and people haven't worked through it yet. But these people are different. They are truly a special breed. Oh god, I'm so scared. This video is a produced video from an estranged parent, and her description says, "You are not alone. It's devastating to be a parent estranged from your adult child, whom you raised with love in good faith. This is my story. I put money down that this video is in some way
Excuse me.
hurting the straight to your doorstep. It doesn't get any better than that. I like when an easy meal comes my way, but I will say I do love looking in the fridge and picking out something tasty. You are not alone. It's devastating to be a parent estranged from your adult child, whom you raised with love and good faith.
This is why I didn't stream today. These dang flies. Oh wait, no, this be dirt.
Is in some way hurting the child. Eat stress-free this summer with Factor. Fresh, never frozen, and delivered straight to your doorstep. It doesn't get any better than that. I like when an easy meal comes my way. I never dreamed I'd be part of that statistic. I never thought my child would wake up from the abuse. I thought they would just keep taking it.
Dear parents, I need to speak my truth. All my life, Dad stand for what I had to say. I need you to know how your hurt my mental health. I have my life ruined because of you.
I like how in the literal production of this, they're saying things that the child said to them. You ruined my life, you gaslit me, you hurt my mental health. And they present it as a production of
It's
mother's
daytime.
stories.
It's so dark. Okay.
Listen to all these horrible things. Blah, 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 blah. But like these are all like very valid things. Like you were gaslighting your kid, you hurt their mental health, you made them X, Y, and Z. Like that shouldn't be presented to you as all these troubling words surrounding me.
90% of the letter was about politics and how we couldn't be in her life if we supported that guy. This kind of angry outburst from her was so out of character, we were shocked. We just didn't know what to do. I mean, I thought I was a good mom. Not perfect, but pretty good. Honestly, I was in denial at this point because I thought this was more a thing between her and my husband Ted. Because I'm not that political at all. So I thought we could set up a relationship. So one day I responded positively to one of her Facebook posts, like normal, thinking that the letter was just some one-off thing that would blow.
Oh, yeah! That right there. That's it. That is the egotistical, self-victimizing parent. Oh, it's all right there. They think, oh, she was just having an episode. Oh, she'll get over it. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He just needs a little time.
I think this side I want.
Back in and see if they forgot how abusive I am. Oh, I got a toe back in the door. Like that's literally what that was. Oh my God, these people love to minimize your feelings.
That the letter was just some one-off thing that would blow over. But she unfriended and followed up with a text that said something like, "You don't get to stay in my life. I'm keeping this number for family emergencies only. Don't contact me."
Yep.
Ted's sister got involved to see if she could help, but Haley immediately unfriended her, which was surprising because the two of them were politically aligned. Friends offered to step in.
Yeah, because you're a and she didn't want to be friends with you. Like, that's why. Here's the thing, sometimes your kid just does need a break. Like, whether it's your kid or whether it's you, sometimes you just need a break, you know? A couple months or a couple years away from that parent so you can get out of the toxic cycle and decide what you're going to allow in your life and what you're not. It doesn't, sometimes the hard no contact is so that you can see things more clearly and create better structure, better boundaries, and a healthier relationship. And so somebody like violating that time that you're asking for is just awesome. Like you're gonna buy yourself more time in the slammer, bro.
Say something on our behalf, but after what happened to Ted's sister, we just said no. A couple weeks later, she did not wish me happy birthday for the very first time. This wound was so fresh, I couldn't even say her name when I talked about it. I've even had some people really close to me decide to move on from me.
Okay, it's in the script. You watch this back, and this wasn't a red flag to you.
And that's the hardest of all. In November, I texted her that we were going to Montana to see her sister for Thanksgiving and that she was warmly invited, but if we didn't hear back, we'd assume she wasn't interested. Silence. In December, I texted Merry Christmas and told her that we loved her. Silence. Christmas and told her that we loved her. Silence. So that winter, I emailed her a few times, mostly personal development stuff that
Dude, so your kid cut you off because they thought that you were toxic, and your solution was to send them personal development stuff because you think they need help. I'll jump right now. I will down the stairs. That's all. Look, two stairs, okay? I'm fine. And this is like if you were to cut your parents off, like, and then they started sending you Bible verses about how you'll get through it. Oh my God, I would lose my mind.
stuff that I thought you were interested in. More silence. Around this time, I started.
Oh my God, she sent her self-love affirmations.
Interested in. More silence. Around this time, I started watching videos on estrangement to see if I could figure out what was going on.
You're
Intermittently, because I think I was still in denial.
Close some
thinking she would
tabs.
just come back in time. And it seemed appropriate to reach out occasionally to let her know I loved her because that's what moms are supposed to do, right?
It's not appropriate. It's boundary violating. When the child puts out a boundary and says, do not contact me, and you continue to contact them out of love, it's pushing boundaries under the guise of love. That's not appropriate. Leave them alone.
I mean, I tried to maintain contact.
Oh my God, she's such a victim.
She shut that down. The longer this went on, the more real it began to feel.
That also, quote, the longer this went on, the longer she didn't get over it, the longer that she made all this up in her head, the longer that she was being silly. Yeah, if you want somebody like this to take you seriously, they need to go sit in a corner, and then you don't stare at them while they're sitting in the corner. You ignore them and walk away and say, now go entertain yourself. Like, but unfortunately, this is what this mother chose to do after she went to go entertain herself. I think that this is also another form of abuse, because part of the abuse is victimizing yourself to the child so that it's like you're not the problem, they are. And now she's doing this on a public scale. I said this in the Fiona Harvey video. Going public with that stuff was another form of abuse, punishment. Punishment for cutting me off. You will feel punishment for hurting me because I'm so sweet and innocent. That's what this is, man. Sneaky little lady.
And there was just this cauldron of emotions, horrible emotions, shock, shame, anger, denial.
Wait, oh, sorry. Mint said that they're dealing with this too, and your empathetic comments have helped me think a bit more about it. Okay, if you're in this situation, I need you to play this snippet, I don't know what I'm gonna say, in your head, okay? Get out! Get out! This is a toxic relationship! You're being abused! Get out!
Shock, shame, anger, denial, sadness, depression, betrayal. It was so hard to process. I joined some parental estrangement groups on Facebook to see how other parents were coping, and while it was nice to know that I was...
Her joining parental estrangement groups is her finding, like, the common thread is that they're all self-victimizing, because people stop having relationships with their kid for multitudes of reasons. The only reason is not just like narcissistic abuse or something like that, or you know, a toxic parents or anything. That's not the only reason why. So you guys all getting together on one thing. Family dynamics are incredibly complicated. So all you guys are just like, all they're doing are just stroking their little victim weenies. Like, that's all they're fucking doing. Like, oh, and I bet you, oh, I bet you, baby, it's not in the forums. The juice isn't in the forums. The tea isn't in the forums. The stuff I want to read, it's not in the forums. It's in the little group chats, right? Because who fucking wakes up and needs to be the biggest victim today? Who wakes up and needs to be worshipped today by the other estranged parents? But we can't do that because we're all victims, and we're all the biggest victim. Like, they get into stroking what? Their victimhood. Okay? They get into little fights all the time. I know it, because they need to be the most important. That's what the relationship is with the toxic parent. They're fully in control. They're the most important. They're the all-seeing, all-knowing, everything. So when you put that in a group with other people that operate the same way, they're going to get fights. Estranged parents, leak the DMs to me. Whoever you hate, leak them to me. Send it to my public email.
Other parents were coping, and while it was nice to know that I wasn't alone, was all the same misery that I felt. So horribly sad and depressing. There were just broken hearts everywhere. I could not face all that pain. Sadly, at one point, I had to text her.
Oh my god, dude. Someone said, someone go undercover.
At one point, I had to text her to let her know Grandpa died, Ted's dad. She'd had a good relationship with him. I was very matter-of-fact about it. He died. There's a memorial. Here's the Zoom link. This was still during COVID. She did attend, to her credit. We were glad to see her there, although we didn't see her there. She didn't have her camera on, and she didn't say anything. She was there.
Wise one, what's your secret? New Juicy Juice immune system support. Juice light.
I sent her a text wishing her happy birthday and telling her I loved her.
Holidays are an opportunity for these pieces of to slide back in. Birthdays, Thanksgiving. I was just thinking about that because, well, never mind. It's an opportunity, right? I mean, they're also opportunistic.
I was so sad on her birthday. This is a very special day for me, too. It's the day I first became a mother.
I love how it's her birthday. It's her daughter's birthday. But this is the day that I became a mother.
I am your mother!
Who said that? I've never heard anybody say that before about their child's birthday. Like, sure, it is the day that you became the mother.
This is my way of saying, I still love you, I still think about you, but I don't want to intrude in your space. And instead of buying her a present for her birthday every year, this is probably going to sound stupid, but I buy myself a present for Haley's birthday every year.
I'll let you process that one.
It's like a consolation prize. Mother's Day 2021 also passed in silence for the very first time. By now, I had moved from shock and shame into feeling this kind of low-level anger, definitely resentment, and, yeah, betrayal.
The music's changing.
My husband may have texted her once or twice that summer, but I did not.
Okay.
On the
She's fine.
anniversary of her angry letter, I emailed my sad letter response.
Her angry letter on the 1-year anniversary of her angry letter, not her feelings, not a conversation to be had, her angry little letter. So I sent my sad letter. God, what a piece of shit. I also feel like these people can be extremely manipulative with love. I love you. I care about you. And they say a lot of sweet things while abusing you in the most subtle ways possible. It's disgusting. I'm being abused by this video still having another 11 minutes.
I started off with a story about the time I saved her from choking to death on a candy wrapper when she was a baby.
That's your job as a mom, stupid.
Way to start, but I didn't know. Then I went into...
That almost strikes me as being angry, like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I gave you birth, I saved you from choking on that nugget, and otherwise, you'd be fucking dead. So why don't you pick up that little pen and write me a fucking letter, Haley?
I don't know everything, but I did the best I could, reasoning. Then I went on to calmly address some of the points in her letter. I apologized
A year
for
later?
not being the parent she needed, but I also expressed dismay at her level of intolerance, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I wanted to be honest, and
I can't believe that you can't handle this level of
Huh?
toxicity. I didn't raise you this way. You're supposed to
Come
be
here,
like punching back.
ice cream
You're
bar.
supposed to keep taking it. I need you, so I need you to feel bad about this so you can come
Huh?
back and I can just keep hitting you.
The chocolate ones, yeah.
Hitting you.
and basically just wished her the best of everything in life. My birthday passed in silence
How long have we been on? 30 minutes?
She was the one who always remembered
Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched, like, comment, and subscribe for more in the future. And I will see y'all later. Bye.
Difficult to digest because she does a lot of exotic cosplay. And I couldn't help myself. I binge watched a bunch of them. Then combed through all the comments looking for any mention of us.